Welcome back to your channel English for the Workplace. Today we will ask the important question. What is the academic IELTS? First, let's ask, who needs the academic IELTS? If you are doing undergraduate studies, if you are studying at college, or if you are doing postgraduate studies, or if you need the IELTS test for professional reasons, maybe your company or your job asked you to present the IELTS certificate to make sure that your English is up to the level. So these three types of people need the academic IELTS test. The academic IELTS tests the four English skills: academic reading, academic writing, listening, and speaking. Let's start with academic reading. Okay, the academic reading part takes 1 hour. Okay, it lasts for 1 hour, and this 1 hour includes the time that you need to transfer your answer to the answer sheet. After you finished your answer, you need some time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Okay, this time is also included in this 1 hour. You will not be given more time for this. Okay, the academic reading, okay, will include 3 texts with 40 questions. So the total number of questions in this part is 40 questions. The assessment, how you will be assessed in this part. Okay, each question is worth 1 mark. So you'll be given 1 mark for every question that you answer correctly. Okay, and the text or the words that you'll find in this part will be academic in nature, and it will progress gradually from the easiest to the most difficult. Okay, so in the reading part, the test will progress or move from the easy, more difficult, more difficult, more difficult, till the most difficult. So it will progress gradually, if we can say. Let's go to skill number 2 that this test assess, which is academic writing. This part also will take 1 hour. It will last for only 1 hour. And you will be given 2 writing tasks. Task number 1, okay, will be given 20 minutes. You will be given 20 minutes to finish this task, and you have to write 150 words. Okay, what do I need to do in this part? In writing task 1, you need to accurately describe and summarize visual information. The information may be presented in a diagram, map, graph, or table. So you will be given information in the form of a map or diagram, graph, or table. So it will be visual information that you can see in front of you, and you need to use your own words to describe this information that you can see, and summarize this information that you can see. Okay, so you need to describe it and summarize this information accurately as much as you can. Okay, this is gonna be writing task 1, and it lasts for 20 minutes, and you have to write 150 words. Writing task 2 lasts for 40 minutes. Okay, you'll be given 40 minutes, and you have to write 250 words. 250 words at least. Okay, and what do I need to do in this part? You need to write a discursive essay. A discursive essay is an essay that discusses ideas. Okay, ideas and opinions. So you will be given an opinion or a problem or issue that you need to respond to. You need to say, you need to deal with this opinion or problem. You may be asked to provide a solution. You may be given a problem and they will ask you to give a solution or evaluate a problem. Okay, say your opinion and discuss a problem. Or you will be asked to compare and contrast different ideas, or challenge an idea, or say whether you like an idea or not, or whether this idea is good or not. Okay, this is called discursive essay. Discursive essay is an essay that discusses ideas and opinions. Okay, you'll be given 40 minutes for this task, and you should write at least 250 words. So the question is, how will you be assessed? How will your writing be assessed? There are 4 criteria or 4 measures here. Number 1, task achievement. Task achievement means how well did you follow the instructions. And for example, if they ask you to compare and contrast, you should do just like that. You should do what you are asked to do. Number 2, cohesion and coherence. Cohesion means it means how well were you able to progress your ideas logically from one idea to another by using linking words like however or although or after that, next. Okay, so your ideas should move logically from one idea to another. And coherence actually refers to the structure of the writing structure. So an essay should be divided into paragraphs, and each paragraph should develop in a certain way. So coherence refers to, the word coherence refers to writing structure. Number 3, lexical resource. Your words lexical resource refers to the vocabulary or the words. Your words should be varied, of course. You should vary your words and show them that you have a good amount of words, right? Okay, and grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical range and accuracy. Your grammar structures should be correct, of course, and they should be varied as well. Don't just stick to one kind of structure, of grammatical structure. It should be varied and it should be correct. So these are the 4 criteria based on which you will be given the marks. Okay, let's move to part 3, listening. Skill 3 here, listening. Okay, you will be given 30 minutes for the listening part, plus 10 minutes to transfer your answer to the answer sheet. So 30 minutes to answer, then you will be given more 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answers sheet. And by the way, the listening part is the same in both the academic test and the general test. The listening part should be 4 sections, and it should be 40 questions. Okay, each section will include 10 questions. Each section will include 10 questions. Okay, sections 1 and 2 will be set in social context, but sections 3 and 4 will be set in academic context. Okay, you will hear each listening point or each listening item only once. It won't be repeated, and it will progress gradually from easy to difficult, like the reading part. So you will listen to the easy part first, then gradually you'll move to the most difficult. But how will you be assessed in the listening part? Each question is worth 1 mark. Each question is worth 1 mark. Okay, very well. Now we have reached to skill number 4, which is speaking. Okay, the speaking part will be a face-to-face recorded interview with a trained examiner. It will last approximately between 11 to 14 minutes. And by the way, the speaking test is the same for the academic and the general tests. The speaking test is supposed to be divided into 3 parts. Part number 1, it lasts from around 4 to 5 minutes, okay, and you will be given questions on familiar topics. So the examiner might ask you on topics such as hobbies or what you like or what you don't like. Part 2 can last between 3 to 4 minutes. You'll be given a booklet with a topic, like describe a good friend or describe your favorite city, and some suggestions. You need to talk about the topic for 1 or 2 minutes. But first you have about 1 minute to write notes before you start talking. So they will give you first, or the examiner will give you 1 minute to write down some notes before you start talking about that topic. Part 3 should last between 4 to 5 minutes, and the examiner here will ask you more detailed and abstract questions about the topic in part 2. So let's say if the topic in part 2 was describe a good friend, the question in part 3 can be how important is friendship? Okay, here more questions and more detailed questions about the topic in part 2. But how will the speaking skill be assessed here in this part? There are 4 criteria. Number 1, fluency and coherence. Number 2, lexical resource. How much is your words and vocabulary varied? Number 3, grammatical range and accuracy in your speaking. Okay, they will test your grammar as well. Number 4, your pronunciation. So these are the 4 types of criteria upon which you'll be assessed in this part. Fluency and coherence, okay, the way you talk, the lexical resource, your words, grammatical range and accuracy, your grammar should be varied and it should be correct, and your pronunciation.